Welcome to Granny Shift, and I'm not Jason.
I, too, am not Jason.
And this is minute 56 of the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. And why are we both not Jason? Because we both...
I have my own identity.
And I hold a full-time job. Jason cannot be with us tonight. So he is choosing his wife over the podcast, and I just hope that he knows how this will affect.
Look at what you're doing to your friends.
I mean, the podcast.
Yeah, that podcast.
No, Jason had some last-minute date night opportunities, so he took it, and I don't blame him because who doesn't want to go on a date?
My question is, what's his wife going to say when she finds out?
That's a very good point. But we won't tell her.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, good. This is just not... There we go. You're talking really quiet.
Okay.
If you could say that into the microphone, please.
Right. Sure.
All right, so...
No problem.
Perfect. Fabian, you've been on the podcast before, but never guest hosted the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I have. Yeah. I forgot, actually, about us.
A couple times.
Yeah.
You've called in several
times. I called
in. We called you for your right-hand drive expertise.
That's right.
But Fabian agreed to step in and help me out tonight. So, and he also wanted to do the podcast too. So
happy to do it. Happy to do it. I always want to do fun stuff like this.
Yeah, he's always willing to lend a hand.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into the minute, okay? Enough about you, Fabian. Please.
Enough. Yeah,
please.
That's too much. Very personal.
Oh, Fabian is a patron of Granny Shifting.
Yes.
And if you're watching the video, you can see his awesome shirt. Limited time shirt that he got.
I love this shirt.
That's true. It is.
Here you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Would it be easier if you just took it off?
Maybe. Would it be more embarrassing? Yes, okay. Absolutely.
All right. So back to the minute here. Sean is in the shop. He's pulling some material off of a metal shelf.
Yes.
What's the material?
I believe that material is AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts quality tint.
Okay, quality.
Yes.
Do you think that like we buy stuff from like China? Do you think Japan buys stuff from AutoZone in United States?
Absolutely, I do. Yes. How else will we get such fine products?
Right.
Over to Japan, a place that has inferior products.
Right.
All the time.
Especially when it comes to cars.
That's right.
Yeah. Especially
definitely.
When it comes to cars.
Yes.
Oh, so many Chevy Sonics running around Tokyo right now.
You'd be surprised, I'm sure.
So later this year is Fuel Fest in Tokyo. Are you planning on going to that?
Dude, I didn't know that they do that in Tokyo. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That actually would be a lot of fun. Yeah. I bet. I have always wanted to go to Tokyo Auto Salon.
Oh.
Which happens in like the middle of our winter.
Okay.
So, but it's very expensive to go over there, and I feel like I need to know somebody who knows the land and can also like speak English very well, so that I can
Japanese
yeah, both preferably. Right.
I speak English pretty well.
Yeah.
But I don't know how helpful I'd be.
Yeah.
It's like a second language to me.
My English still suffers, and I've lived here all my life.
Right.
So
yeah.
It is a tricky language.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at it. Pretty good at it. Well, sorry, I'm well at it.
Yeah. I also am well with it.
It is well with me, I would say.
And with you, sir. May English be well with you.
And also with you. All right. So we're 3 seconds in to the minute, and we see Han counting money, and DK's holding a box of donuts, I think.
Right. There's an exchange going on with what seems to be a Dell product.
I see that.
Yes.
And what's on top of the Dell? Some
I
sort
can't
of
make it. Is that lotion?
Doesn't it look like one of those Brita? Like this looks like a Brita filter pitcher thing.
Kind of.
No. Like there's the opening. There's the handle.
But see, like I'm seeing here is like the squirt top for like a lotion.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That there. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
I see what you're saying.
It basically looks like a Turkey Hill like supply closet.
Yeah. Yep. There's a bathroom somewhere in there.
There's a hood. There's hoods in the back here.
Oh, yeah. And a NOS poster.
Yeah. There's a lot of NOS posters in this movie, actually.
Sponsored by hoods.
Hoods and heat lamps galore.
What? It's so hot in there. Why do they have a heat lamp on?
Japanese people are naturally cold-blooded, like snakes and lizards.
Right.
So
That makes sense. So do you think if they had the whole word Dell, they would have to buy like something from Dell?
yeah, actually, that's a box that says smell.
With this crooked E.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. So there's some sort of shady exchange going on. Sean's seeing it happen.
Right.
And DK sees Sean seeing them, and he closes the door.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can click back to the part where it shows Sean's face right before it shows DK's face.
Okay.
I just want to point out something.
All right, so DK.
And right here, old Nintendos. Right?
What?
Those are old Nintendos, are they not?
These here?
Oh, wait, no, this is disconnected on the right.
Yeah.
I thought it was like,
You thought this was a one big box?
I did, yeah.
Oh, really?
I did, yeah.
Oh. No,
I'm also blind.
It's more. Oh.
So,
That must have been scary for other people when you drove here.
yeah, it is. It is.
I can hear their screams.
I can hear screams and honking.
That's how I know where to
But-
drive. Avoid the screams. No, but I don't think they're Nintendos.
No, they're
No.
not. They're definitely not.
All right, so we'll fast forward then.
Anyways.
This is all right. DK closes the door. We get a scene change. He's back to drifting. It starts off on the docks, and we go back to the hill, and it's the same thing as the last time. Again, it's like a typical coach.
Right.
No helpful information, just again.
Yeah, just again.
Like, you did it wrong. Do it wrong
Right,
again.
Right. It's the old sink or swim
Right.
method.
Right.
So
That's what training on a mountainside is like.
these shoes are going to be Nike SB Dunks lows.
Oh, really?
Just so you know.
So okay, let me back up. We got another scene change. It's back to this montage of Bow Wow and Sean in the city selling stuff.
Right.
And we weren't sure why Sean was doing this to begin with Bow Wow. Like, just like as a fun thing to do? Or is he trying to earn
just
money?
like hanging out, kind of passing the time? Because honestly, what else is he going to do? He's
True.
in a country that he knows nothing about. He doesn't speak the language. He's starting to learn it.
He knows Gaijin.
He knows Gaijin
Yeah.
and Wabaki. Okay.
Yeah.
Wabaki.
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 So, I think Bow Wow's his little buddy that he can kind of pal around with while Han is doing big boy stuff and kind of doing shady deals.
We don't see Bow Wow speaking any Japanese.
No, and honestly, he's not speaking English or Japanese.
It's just
here.
chattering.
He's just, oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, oi, oi, oi.
Why is he doing like
Oshi, Snickers, Americano.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why is he doing the English UK football call
Oi.
to the Japanese? I really don't get it.
Well, Japan used to be owned by Great Britain.
I don't believe that at all.
Think of India.
I just wish somebody would have been like, no, Bow Wow. It's hey, like,
Yeah.
do it.
Hi, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they do, talking karate terms. What did I learn? There's no such thing as a karate chop? You would know. You'd study the
don't
martial
do
arts.
Karate. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay.
You would know.
It's not.
You study the martial arts. You do the karate.
I do the karats. Sometimes, yeah, twice a week. I kind of
Do you say hiya?
No.
In
It's
your
just,
head, though.
It's breathing really loudly.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just a.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I'm beating on,
Is it scary, though?
14-year-old girl. It is scary, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of people put it past you.
Dude, I would.
But
not, yeah.
you line up with someone that has been taking a class for 4 years on your first day.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little intimidating.
You wear like a hat or like a helmet thing?
No, we don't wear headgear. We wear gloves, like shin pads, foot pads. We wrap our hands to like protect our hands and stuff like that.
I mean, that's like a really cool thing to do.
It is.
You're just like sitting in the locker room, just like wrapping your hand, thinking about like your past fights and how you lost to Apollo Creed.
It's a really cool thing, except for the first time that you're told to do it. And then you're just kind of watching other people wrap parts of their body creepily in the corner. And you're like,
you just come out like,
can you go back and do that again?
I didn't know where to stop.
I look like Moon Knight.
Didn't know where to stop. I wanted everything to be protected.
Yep.
Like, does someone hit you on like the biceps and stuff like that, and you just go and like oil you all
up?
Oh
no! When somebody like hits me in the biceps, I get really turned on. Like all of a sudden, that's like,
that's something only our video people will appreciate. All right. So we're switching back and forth between drift training and selling sneakers,
right,
in Tokyo,
right,
and we see Han like literally sitting in the car with Sean now, rather
coaching,
than right,
yep,
giving some helpful advice. Go, 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 go.
Right.
I think you can quote him on that.
Yeah, I think
go,
that's
go.
the same in Japanese as it is English.
No, in Japanese it's oi, 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 oi.
Go, go, go. Oi. Very from the abdomen, you know?
Yeah. And so Jason told me these were important people.
So yeah, actually these are important
Well, at
people.
least one of them was. He said one of them was the
they
original
both are.
DK. Oh, really?
They actually both are, yeah. So, you know the show Top Gear?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Okay, so Top Gear was a British show that...
No, I've watched a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, right.
Right, you describe it. For people who haven't watched
thank
it.
you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I was going to do.
I've seen it, though. I've seen it.
Top Gear was a British show
yeah, I know.
that featured like a lot of cars.
Yeah.
And it was cool to watch and stuff. So there was actually a Japanese version back in the 90s that was the same thing. It was actually called Option Video. Okay. And this guy in the blue is one of the professional drivers that Option Video had on every single episode. So basically Option would get 3 or 4 cars and they would grab these cars from like the largest aftermarket manufacturers in Japan that were super duper popular, or from people that worked for the companies or shops that like sponsored the companies, kind of thing. And they would pit these cars against each other and they'd go, okay, who's going to win this battle? The NSX, the RX-7, the Supra, or the S2000.
Chevy Sonic.
Exactly. This Chevy Sonic.
There's no replacement for displacement.
Ever.
It's a 1.4 liter.
Brought to you by Sonic. But yeah, so this guy was actually one of the drivers. And I'm sure he was a professional race driver before he got on that show, but he was very, very popular for that show. And then this gentleman
we
on
see him
the
real
left,
quick, I think.
Yeah, he is an ex-F1 driver.
Oh, okay.
And actually, they say that like he was the one that really, really started drifting in the higher horsepower cars, because in F1 he refused to slow down for the corners and he would slip the rear end but keep the pedal down to keep speed. And you know, he took it from there, and people, you know, really caught on to it and wanted to start doing it on the street, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's who that guy is.
I think that's really cool that they had them on here.
Definitely.
I had no idea until this watch through.
Yeah.
So.
When I saw both of these guys, it was actually a really cool little moment there, because I watched a lot of Option Video.
So when this came out in 2006, you knew who these guys were by their faces?
I absolutely knew who the guy in the blue was. I actually had to do a little bit of research to find out who the guy in the tan was, and I actually forget both of their names right now. I'm very ill prepared for this.
That's okay.
But yeah, that's who they are.
Yeah. All right, so they comment. These are the guys that were saying, "Wow, he's horrible" earlier.
Right.
What did they actually say? You call that drifting, or that's not drifting, or something like that? I forget.
I honestly cannot remember exactly what they said.
But now they're saying not bad. They're smiling, saying not bad.
Right.
And
acknowledging he's learning.
Right.
Smoothing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you this is all you do, you would get good at it quick. Like, they act like he's some prodigy, but I don't think that he is.
No,
No.
I don't think. I mean, a prodigy would come into it like with natural ability, right?
Right.
Which he definitely didn't have.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I think. I mean, anybody gets. I mean, honestly, drifting is about seat time, right?
Right.
Like a lot of those guys practice for hours and hours and hours and hours, and they go through multiple sets of tires practicing, and that's how they get good at it, you know, and then make all the adjustments in the car and stuff, which I don't think he
knows a clue about that.
Yeah, at all. Knows anything about it from, you know, that first scene in the garage.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, Sean. He's not my favorite character.
I do love the car that he's given. I love the Evo. Yep. I love that it was like a rear wheel drive based Evo. Also love this camera angle.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Hate all of the horrible body work that's into it. But yeah, fiberglass will be
Is
fiberglass.
it Evo 8, 9? Do you know? Like, I couldn't tell the difference with them lined up, I don't think.
I believe actually this is a 7 or an 8. I know for sure it's not a 9. The 9s had different bumpers on them.
Okay. Yeah,
which this has aftermarket bumpers on it. But I believe from like the venting in the hood and the front bumper that's on it, I think it's a 7 or an 8.
We talk about often how crazy it is that Mitsubishi had the Lancer, the Evo.
Right.
And now they're such a garbage car company. Like, when it comes to like performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, their most performance car is the Miata. Like, they don't have anything else.
No, the Miata's Mazda.
Oh, yeah. The Mitsubishi.
Do you want to delete that from
No. I guess we were also talking about that with Mazda, because I remember going through with Mazda and like looking up what they have now. That's like nothing.
Yeah, no, Mazda doesn't have anything. Mazda, they, you know, came out with the RX-7. That was a huge blow up. They came out with the Miata. That was huge.
Right, but not performance-wise.
Performance-wise, dude, it's really hard to beat bang for buck on Miata.
Like, are you talking about like horsepower per weight?
No. I'm talking about just fun.
Oh, because it's rear-wheel drive.
It's rear-wheel drive. It's very light. It's very agile. It's a very short wheelbase car.
Yeah.
Plus, they had the Mazda Speed Miatas, which were boosted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But they had the Mazda like Speed 3 and Speed 6, and they didn't like
Protege,
and they didn't keep any of those going.
No,
it's just strange, right?
And matter of fact, that the Mazda Speed Protege was my first car in high school, and I bought an 03 and a half.
Okay.
And I think they stopped selling that car in 04.
Huh.
04 or 05, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like a 2-year-long make.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mitsubishi.
No, what do they have now?
Really went downhill.
Oh, they have the Eclipse.
Yep.
Sport or Cross or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's
the Outlander and the Mirage.
Yes.
I think they still make the Mirage.
Yes, they do, because we've gotten a couple at the shop.
Yeah, but it's like crazy. Like, they used to make one of the best tuner cars ever.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Like, hugely popular.
I mean, all-wheel drive.
4G63.
Yeah.
Inline 4, turbo. Yep, intercooled.
It's crazy.
Great, really, really cool cars. They had a Galant. The Galant VR4 was an all-wheel drive turbo.
Yeah.
Like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
You know? You could bang 600 horsepower out of that car easily and still fit the whole family.
Well, even like thinking back, like in Too Fast, we talked about the Eclipse and the Lancer were like the cars of the movie. They were the two cars. And like Mitsubishi must like sponsored the movies, and then like now it's like they have nothing.
Yeah,
you used to have an Eclipse.
I used to have multiple. Yeah, I had 6 of them. Honestly, yeah. That I love those cars. Still till this day, I've had, you know, MR2s, Eclipses, Skylines. I have a Vet now, and I still love seeing those cars. I still want one.
Like the Gen 2s.
Yep.
Yeah,
the second gens. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
I would love to have one as a daily driver and just keep it really nice. But
when's the last time you think you saw one? Like in the wild? Not like at a meet or car show.
Oh.
Like driving down the road.
Oh my gosh. Years.
Yeah.
Years. There's one on Columbia Avenue down the street from us.
Okay.
It's white and it's been sitting in the back of the parking lot for years. And every time I pass by, I think about stopping in and
It's like
finding
a driveway?
It's like an auto shop. And like in the shop's parking lot, this thing's been deteriorating for years. And I always think about stopping in and just trying to see how much, whatever. Yeah. No, I shouldn't. No, absolutely not.
You need another project.
Patty would be so mad at me if I came home with one.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. I love those cars. They were great.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
I saw an Integra yesterday. And I was like, I forgot how much I like Integras. Yes. Like it wasn't like all rotted out or like riced out.
Right.
Is that still okay to say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I don't want to get demonetized.
It's still a thing.
Yeah. So like it was just a clean, plain Integra, and I'm like, man, I forgot how much I like those cars.
Yeah.
The RSX was no replacement for the Integra. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. And that K series that they dumped in that car was junk.
Oh yeah. The K.
K20?
Was the K25 the TSX and the K? Yeah, I was gonna say 20.
I have to tell you, I don't know because I'm out of the Honda game for so long.
B18, B1. That's all I know.
Yeah,
that was my Integra.
B16A2. That's what was in my Civic.
EK hatch.
Yeah, EM2. Also EG.
JK. Lol 717. EKG. Cardiovascular.
MCATs.
Oh, that's it. That's where the minute ends.
That's it?
With the drift. That's minute 56.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So what did you think of your first guest hosting experience?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
We should call Jason.
Wait to do the next minute. You've been replaced. Date night is permanent for you.
Every Tuesday. We'll watch the podcast while you go out.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But no, I'm sure his wife won like $500 at the casino. So he's like, this is the best decision I've ever made.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you know how we sign off then, right?
I don't.
We tell our biggest fears and then we just say
snakes.
No, emotional
snakes,
fears
always
only.
Snakes.
Emotional fears.
I don't have any other fears, just
our
snakes.
Bank account information.
Take it.
That's how we always sign off.
Loneliness.
I say
dying alone. This is Fabian. Thank you for tuning in.
We say, thanks for listening. I'm not Jason.
And I, too, am not Jason.
And always remember,
Fast and Furious everything.
Winning's winning. That was perfect.